Hey, welcome back Design Squad, and in this session for Axure Noob to Master series, I'm gonna address one of your comments and one of your requests, and it comes from Velo. Might butcher your name, so I'm just gonna keep it Velo, asking, hey, is there a way to make a multilingual or basically multi-language prototype, which would give you an ability to quickly swap the language across the prototype and have it referenced somewhere in a table? And so the easiest way to do so, let's say, imagine if I have this prototype and I have a few strings of text I want to be translated in, let's say, Spanish as well as English, depending on what users select. If you have just a handful of places where, those text strings have to be overridden depending on the language, I would recommend you to do that with global variables and just assign the global variables to a specific field, let's say. If you want to go crazier, you could use in effect the repeater. However, I would discourage you from using the repeater functionality here because it might become too complicated for what is worth. To work with repeaters, which I think what you are aiming for, you would have to have the repeater first and foremost somewhere hidden on your canvas. Maybe it's, the repeater is actually just hidden behind a white wall or something. But then you would need to define exactly the columns. So let's say, is it English? Is it Spanish here? And then you also would need to memorize which row is for which string and then go through the loops reading it. And it almost becomes too much for what is worth. You can do it that way, and you can refer to all my other videos of the repeaters. It should be clear how to do it, how to read the values. But you might get lost in the end because, with prototyping, you wanted to get the ideas out as quickly as you can. To be just enough lifelike. You don't want it to go crazy and spend weeks doing something, then in reality you could just spend, 1 hour and then immediately user test and give it to developers to develop instead of, wasting time. That's the key with rapid prototyping, is to save time. Unless there is a really big, good reason why you should do it with a repeater and then going through the loops, because repeater functionality is not really for that. It's not just to hold the data, it's for repetitive objects more than just any other string. And so I would go by just simply naming these text fields. Text field 1, so let's say T1 for me would be enter car details. So I just remember what exactly it is. Say T2 is pay now, and then T3 is pay with existing card. And boom, I ended up with just 5 different bits. What I would do next is really just define the global variables for it. So as you can see, I already started, but let's say T1 English, then add T1 Spanish, then T2 English, and then T2 Spanish, and so forth. Boom. And once you define these, as you can see, I'm gonna end up with 10 different values, meaning every second one for Spanish values and every odd one for the English values. And so I can just do that. So let's say default value for English is car details. Boom. And now, since my Spanish is not that great, I'm just gonna use Google Translate, and I'm sure it's gonna get butchered. Boom. And so I translated every one like that. Every second one is basically a version in different language for a key one, which is the English. And that's where I'm gonna hold my values. I mean, this is the table you're talking about, but it's simplified. You want to keep it simple, and I don't think you need to overdo it in this case. Next, what's missing really is to add the actual switch. So I'm gonna go ahead and just find like a drop list or something like that, where users can actually switch that language if they want to. So quickly, I just define the drop list. I might give it a name, and inside just a couple of values. Boom. And so we have a switch, simple as that. And so now what we need to do is to add an action to it. So let's say when we have the new interactions. So you can see the common interaction suggested is selection changed, set visibility. So I can just reuse that, but I don't want to check the set visibility. What I want to do is enable cases immediately on selection change and ask actually what the value of it is. So I'm going to add logic and say selected option of this equals option English. Okay. And then do the rest. And then I'm just going to copy the same. I'm going to toggle else if so that it's an if. That the case is equally important. Maybe add that this is Espanol. And of course, edit the Spanish case to ES. So as you can see now, I defined two different if statements, the conditional statements, and all I really need to do is now start overriding. If it's English selected, make them English. If it's Spanish selected, make them Spanish. So I'm gonna go ahead and just say set text, find our T1, let's say enter car details, set text to value of variable because we defined values of those variables, and just find T1 English. Simple as that. Copy paste it again inside, find T2, pay now, and then select T2 English. Simple as that. Do the same for a third one, fourth one, and fifth one. Boom. And these are the ones defined for English. Now I can copy all of them, go back to the case of Spanish, paste it in the same statements, and just edit the values. So as you can see, the target is already selected for me because I pasted it in. And all I have to do is just swap the variable to Spanish, ES. And same for every single other bit, which is left, T2 ES. Boom. And so it took me just a couple of minutes to actually make that switch. And now if I preview, as you can see, it's a mobile prototype. It doesn't really matter, but if I, let's say, switch to ES, boom, everything got switched. Of course, I didn't consider the length of the thing, which is one thing you must consider if you design for other cultures or languages. There's always going to be dependencies. But as you can see, it translates. It quickly switches the language with no hiccups. It's all amazing. And so you see, I spent literally a couple of minutes doing that. You don't need to overthink it. You don't need to overdo it. If this is just a few strings you want to translate, just do the switch and do it like this. One thing what I need to do now is to actually increase the sizing of it and probably center some values so it doesn't, it doesn't break down so badly and so ugly. Boom. As you can see, it's okay, it at least translates. Again, you would want to play, you want to experiment to make it nice, but it does work and it makes a switch. So, simple as that. And so I hope it answers your question. I hope you can immediately apply it. That's the whole point of it. As per usual, if you like this video, give a like, subscribe to this channel, leave a comment down below if you have any queries whatsoever, and until next time.